Hi everybody! It's time for the much anticipated ending to the day it all blew away. It's another kind of windy day, so let's see what happens, okay? So here's where we left off. With Mr. Tada wearing the giant hat, and Tada's hat on top of the little man. The end. But it wasn't the end, right? So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Huh? Why not? No, it's not the end. But it wasn't so. It was not so. I wonder why. Because the hat was actually much too big for even Mr. Tada's mountain of a head. And since the little person was not used to wearing a hat, they both found wearing the new hats quite uncomfortable and unnecessary. What did happen, though, was that all of them became very good friends. Melonhead, walking egg. They're laughing. And they almost never made fun of each other. That's kind of like how my friends make fun of each other. We don't hurt anyone's feelings, just being silly. Together they would go to social events like the Great Soda Party held in honor of the arrival of Prince Tipperton. It's quite the party and lots of hats. The 10th annual outdoor fall dance tournament the famous Hopple Hobble sack races. Hopple Hobble races. Even the educational places that Mr. Tada was so very fond of, like the amazing Dinosaur Museum. Ooh, I love dinosaurs. And the Museum of Children's Art, which, of course, only accepts art by children and not for silly adults. No silly adults allowed. Check out the cool artwork. They also went on hiking trips, to which Mr. Tada always brought his wildlife book and taught them many, many names of plants, insects, and animals. Now when people would tip hats to them, they would simply smile very nicely instead. At times, however, there would be some hat tippers who just couldn't tolerate that the friends wouldn't tip their hats to them, even when they all gave their best smiles and greeted them in the friendliest way possible. See, that says best smile. Best smile you're ever seen ever. And he still said, how rude. When this happened, Mr. Tada, the little person, and the hat just couldn't stand it any longer. They would look at the hat tippers and scream at the top of their lungs, "Tip! Tip!" This would shock and confuse the frustrated hat tippers, but the friends thought it was hilarious. Tip! Tip! And then they would fall down laughing until their faces were all stretched out and their stomachs hurt. Those are the best kind of laughs, when your tummy hurts after. And when it was Mr. Tada's birthday, and the little person both chipped in and got him a big umbrella. That's the end. There we go. The end. Now, I bet none of you predicted that, did you? It's kind of a silly book, but lots of fun. Thanks again for your predictions, and we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it.